Good morning, everybody. Random stream this morning. I'm still wearing the same clothes I wore yesterday. We're just getting started. It was kind of a spur-of-the-moment idea. I haven't even cleaned my ears out yet. That we're gonna stream the Xbox Showcase this morning. Look at how pretty that thing is. I did have a few things I wanted to touch base on this morning, so let's go ahead and get that started right now. That looks halfway decent, right? But we do have the countdown. It's actually super, super tiny. Right up there. But we got about 5 minutes till the Xbox Game Showcase starts. There's a couple games that I wanted to touch base on that they're probably going to talk about in the Xbox Game Showcase. I've been watching a little bit of the preamble stuff to get started, and we got to get this out of the way because, I mean, it's obvious that they're going to talk about it. The new Halo series is going to come out, guaranteed with a new console. They're going to come out with a new Halo game. I believe Halo Infinite is the stuff that they've been talking about a lot lately. Sorry, let me sip my coffee. I don't want to touch base too much on Halo because obviously it's probably going to be a big talking point on a lot of different news venues. Super excited to see where they go with the series. I've been a fan of Halo since Microsoft and Xbox have first even entered the gaming industry, so I'm definitely excited to see where they're going with that. Fable 4. Now, Fable is a game that I am super, super pumped about. I didn't get a chance to play much of Fable 3 because I heard a lot of people's disappointments in Fable 3. So maybe even Fable 3 will be a game that we play on stream at some point just to kind of ramp up to Fable 4. Was a huge fan of the first and second game. I remember that spending hours and hours in those ones. The storyline, the unique art design was definitely unique and intriguing to me. If you're not familiar with the Fable series, I definitely recommend checking it out. Not doing a deep dive because there's stuff we're missing on screen-ish. They're doing like little previews of what might be previews and kind of talking about games. Going next and lastly, the one I wanted to jump into a little bit is the Perfect Dark series. Now, there are rumors that they're going to be coming out with a new Perfect Dark game with this new console. I do believe that game's put out by Rare. It was a really great game on the Nintendo 64 when it first came out back in 2000. What intrigued me about this game and the idea that this game might come out soon is the fact that it takes place in our current timeline. In the year 2000 came out the first Perfect Dark game on the Nintendo 64. It took place in 2023, where Joanna Dark was already an agent for the Corrington Institute and was already like actively breaking or busting conspiracy theories. We only have 2 minutes left till this show starts. The second game, which came out on the Game Boy Color, I believe in 2000 as well, 2001 maybe, took place in 2022, so 2 years from now, like as a precursor to Joanna Dark and how she became an agent to Corrington. In 2005, on Xbox 360, they came out with a third version where it took place in 2020, and it was about Joanna and her father. They're even talking about Perfect Dark, I believe, on the game precursor thing right now. Anyways, it would be very, very interesting to see what type of game they come out with now and like maybe foreshadowing things in 1999. Do they keep going back? Do they go further in the future to like 2050 when Joanna Dark's already an old agent? I'm not sure, but you guys, we have 1 single minute. Keep in mind we do have a new Rocket League video out on YouTube now, so please feel free to check that out. We're gonna get going and see where we head, what we've got to watch. So we're just going to switch scenes. We're going to go ahead and tune in. Unmute. Let me know if it's too quiet. We're getting this started right now.
10 seconds later.
What is this already? Please tell me that looks as good for you guys as it does for me.
The Mjolnir exosuit is now complete.
Mjolnir exosuit? Are we jumping into Halo already? Mjolnir, why does that sound familiar? Mjolnir? Maybe I'm thinking of the hammer. Start demo, please. Oh, Fox, you would love the lore behind Halo. Oh, this reminds me of the first one. Ooh, it made me feel something.
This isn't happening. I'm going to have to make an emergency landing.
Got this.
Hold on, Chief.
I'm like talking to this game as if I'm playing it right now.
No. No. You. I can't stand this.
Cannons first. When I get back, we can look together.
Okay, big guy.
He's gonna go out anyways. We know he's gonna go out anyways. God, I want to pick up the controller right now, you guys. Are you kidding me? We just slipped from cutscene to gameplay just like that? Oh my god. I remember picking up this game for the first time. It's so crisp, but it looks just like the first game. I feel like this is a little bit more of an homage to the old Halo art. A Warthog immediately? Let's get in it. Let's cruise, baby. Gotta drift. Doesn't this look sick, dude? I'm stoked. It makes me want to play the old one again. It's like, what? Is that a new thing that I didn't know about? The grappling? I need to get a new monitor. Like, I'm on the edge of my seat right now. Cool fucking beans. I love it when a game inspires me to play other games. Holiday 2020. World premiere. What's next, y'all? What's next? What do you think? Any takers? What is this? Cutscene looks beautiful, and I mean, again, if your cutscene doesn't look absolutely phenomenal these days,
We're done so.
you're pretty much already lost, you know? That's the wolf you thought you were coming across. What's eating it? A horse? A zombie horse. Shoot it in the face. Ooh. I haven't played State of Decay 2.
We believe that how you find and play your games is as important as the device you play them on. Xbox Game Pass is the best way to discover
I
and
meant
play.
to mention this in my
And
preamble.
we want you so Game Pass members, you can play every game you see today from your subscription or free to play. These games will look and play best on Xbox Series X. Precision.
I was gonna bring that up. The evolution of Game Pass to the new console. Right, Cankles? And we've only seen 2 games. I'm gonna have to upgrade my monitor.
World premiere.
Upgrade my console. This is an investment. My mind just got blown. All these games are going to be available with my subscription to Game Pass. I'm so pumped to stream Forza now. It's been years since I've played a car racing game simply because I didn't want to spend the money on a game that I may or may not like. And there's so many different car racing games out there. Guaranteed we'll be streaming Forza, boys and girls. I mean, again, it looks amazing. Was that it? Was that all we got out of Forza?
It is found in the smallest moments.
I'm not sure how I feel about this
every
particular
step
art
of a
style.
perilous journey.
I know a lot of people love it, and it looks great. Not sure if I'm a fan.
In the bonds we share.
Game for Xbox. Ooh. What is this?
Our world has a rhythm.
This is
We will
gorgeous.
sense it.
Appeals to my hippie energy.
With
Everwild. They're cranking through these.
It doesn't matter that they don't believe us.
We all believed that what happened that night was self-defense.
This
We're all
looks
done with
very
What matters
cinematic.
Is you're my brother.
He's a ghost, watch.
And the only way
There's always a choice, son.
I can't do this.
I'm so confused.
Stop!
We can't wait for all of you to experience this very special version of Ori, coming to Xbox Series
Audio's
X
off
and
on that
Smart
video.
Delivery later this year.
I haven't played that game at all. Well, so far, this is kind of fast-paced, and I feel out of breath almost.
With the right kind of case,
They wanted us to develop a miracle drug.
can put you on the wrong side of a gun. Or sword. Or this thing. What will you find
What is this?
on Gorgon?
On Gorgon. The OuterWorlds. Peril.
If your game of the year.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? That's great.
If you're ready for the smallest. From Obsidian Entertainment,
I
the
kind
makers
of like this
games
idea.
that are nothing like this one.
Y'all, like, I kind of really like this idea.
Summer, strive together.
It's like
to
a new
thrive
survival game,
together.
but
Or just
Honey,
feed
I
your
Shrunk the
friend to
Kids.
spiders.
oh, I'm totally down with this one. Oh, that's a Battletoad. That's the beauty of the Game Pass, is that all of these are available on Game Pass right now.
It forged our empire.
Maybe not right now, but they're gonna be.
Turned heroes into queens and kings. And you must face the monsters.
Ooh, look at that glowy sword and all the magic he
Our
has.
sin is an oath worth the weight of a crown.
Avowed, is that what it says? Holy smokes, we're already gone through 9 games.
I haven't seen you much of late.
On the ground, now!
The sun went down on all of us that day. Was it fate? Coincidence?
Wow, the art style's super unique.
No.
All my life, I've been scared of the shadows.
Left 4 Dead 3!
But now, I'm finally ready to step into the
Left 4
light.
Dead 3! I don't think that's what it's gonna be, but as Dusk Falls. I'm curious.
Here at Ninja Theory, we're hard at work on all of our projects, including Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. We're excited to start giving you an insight into what comes next for our Celtic warrior. An experience that we'll be
Celtic.
building in Unreal Engine 5 for Xbox Series X and PC.
Okay, now I'm getting new games to play.
I'm happy to
This is
reveal
no
today
good,
that
you
Senua's
guys.
Saga will
Is that gameplay? Is that... There's no way that was CG. Hold on, Kankle. Let me react to that. This thing is moving so fast. Double Fine?
What? Peter, he's been sitting there the whole time? Love the song. Very much. It's gonna be fun to sing it. Now it's time to rock. Shall we start rocking?
Probably been a long time since you've had a visitor.
I recognize
Hope
this.
you don't
What is
mind
this?
pop-ins.
Just a thought is all I've got.
Psychonauts, that's
Now
what
my
it is.
cover's blown.
Jack. I need to get a Brutal Legend something. Brutal Legend shirt.
Senses are the magic.
Pretty much got me sold if you put Jack Black on anything. Huh.
I I'm thrilled to announce that this fall, our friends at Bungie will bring Destiny 2 to Xbox Series X and Xbox Game Pass. If you are one of the more than 10 million Game Pass subscribers, you also get access to all current Destiny 2 expansions starting this September. 4K resolution running at 60 frames per second. Here's an all-new look at Bungie's Destiny 2 Beyond Light.
I've seen terrible things born out in the darkness. Every moment brings them closer.
I may have to get it back into Destiny 2, y'all. We're gonna have to change the whole schedule. I have to quit my damn job. Game World. Post-apocalyptic, I'm almost immediately hooked. Game number 13 we're on right now. This is game 14. I'm thinking a dimensional rift. We still haven't seen any humans. What is happening? There's our first sight of people. What is happening here, though, y'all? Really?
World premiere.
My Lord Inquisitor, I've reached a term of prime and begun our investigation.
Feels alien. Feels very alien.
Our recon squad has been sent into sub-level 6 of the Hive.
I keep forgetting that I'm actually live on the internet. Oh, shit!
If they make it back.
A new Warhammer game? That's not till 2021.
World premiere.
I'm down for a new Tetris style game? I was quite disappointed by that. Tetris effect. Alright.
World premiere.
Approaching orbit. Scans
Guess that counts as the 16th
sure
one?
You want to drop here?
Oh yeah.
Already lacing up my boots back here.
Hold on, let me check.
Man, this is why I want to keep reporting on the news, guys, so I can refresh all my game database that I got. There are so many games on this list just from this reveal. The Gunk. Game 17. Like, these are getting very vague in their trailers.
It all starts with a dead girl, a forest, the moon, scent of pines, and then...
Clacky. Don't do it.
A regular, rational one. But also a darker and deeper truth.
That was supposed to be a clue to what game this is.
Unlike a nightmare. I can see both. I can live them.
More dimension jumping.
Hello?
Hi.
Anyone there?
Dual reality gameplay, 2 worlds rendered simultaneously. What? What? I still am trying to wrap my brain around this. Oh, that's gruesome. And I love it. A little bit, maybe? The medium.
World premiere.
Another one available on Game Pass. I'm gonna start that one. Sega! I know this music. What is this? Again, Phantasy Star? Is it really? I wanted to say like Xenoblade or something like that, but I can't remember who made those games. Or maybe like a Chrono Trigger? Maybe it is Phantasy Star. Phantasy Star Online. World premiere.
Destiny chose me to save this world.
Crossfire X multiplayer is free to play as long as you've got gold. Is that what it's called? Crossfire X?
Soon the entire world will burn, all because of him.
Because of me?
The ghost is here!
The Ghost is what they call me? Or the character that we play? I think I'm down with this. Crossfire X, okay. Maybe.
Now, you may have noticed we didn't get to visit all of our Xbox game studios today. That means we'll have more to share later this year. But until then, here's one more thing.
World
One
premiere.
more thing. Ooh, you suckers. Tricked me into thinking that we done. I will take it.
The world is filled with stories.
It sounds like Ian McKellen.
Legendary heroes.
And that's a fairy.
Treacherous villains.
That's a skull. I'm lured in already.
Of fantastical creatures.
What?
And in perfect harmony. Not all stories have happy endings.
Okay.
But yours.
Shrek the
has
video
yet
game.
to be written.
Yes, you guys! Oh, perfect. Y'all did me dirty. I even forgot about Fable. And you guys brought it back. Made me love it. Microsoft, you dirty, rotten scoundrels. Microsoft, you dirty, dirty, rotten. Yes, Guardian! They didn't talk much about the console. I mean, there was a couple moments, but they didn't really talk about console or when to pre-order. Every title. I can only applaud them for that. Now me playing all of these. Almost all of them. Mommies, daddies, brothers, and sisters. You're welcome. Thank you for letting us watch. Holy crap, Alola.
There's so much to cover. That was a very, very busy hour.
Wasn't
Ryan
it?
McCaffrey, I'm
I
joined
agree
once again by
completely.
Brenda Sutton.
We're going to go ahead and mute those guys. So that was the Xbox 2020 game showcase for the Xbox Series X. It was about an hour long, roughly. Yeah, almost exactly an hour long. Okay, let me get out my notepad real quick. I'm going to do like a 5 to 10 minute little wrap up here. Another reason why we're doing this, make sure that all of these things are fixed. They just finished it. Obviously, you could probably go back to IGN's YouTube page if you want to and check out the full hour video. Like I said, it was roughly an hour video long. But just to do a quick recap of just the titles alone that they covered. There were 22 titles that were covered. First one was the brand new Halo Infinite. It's supposed to launch, according to our reporter in the field, Kankosaurus, it's supposed to be a launch of what is going to be another 10-year arc of this storyline. So they're really preparing to launch a big thing. Me and Kankles are going to touch base on it a little bit. This new Halo looks very, very reminiscent of the very first Halo. State of Decay 3 was announced, which I have just barely dipped my toes on, like the multiplayer of State of Decay 2, and I think we tried a little bit of the survival as well, if I remember correctly, but I'm gonna have to get back with my man Morbid. And then they announced Forza Motorsports, which is gonna redo Forza. It looks phenomenal. There was a game called Everwild that they announced, which looked very, almost had an anime style to it. The quote that stuck with me was, it was a place to be eternal. It seems very open world, a lot of options, a very big game, magical, mythical type of a game. There was a very cinematic one called Tell Me Why. It looked very story-based, and I think that one was also had a very unique art style. They're revising Ori and the Will of the Wisps. They are updating all the graphics and audio for the new console. It looked just phenomenal, encompassing more options that are available with the Xbox X series console. There was a new OuterWorlds iteration on the planet Gorgon that's coming out in September. September 9th. I thought it had a very Mars Attacks feel, but I'm not super familiar with the OuterWorlds series. Grounded was another one that I thought looked really good. Very, very childlike game, which is, I think it's going to appeal to a lot of different people. Grounded looks super cool, coming out on July 28th, so later this month. And I think it's available on Game Pass as well. Well, they said all of them are going to be available on Game Pass. Very Honey, I Shrunk the Kids survival type vibe, and I dug that. I'm very excited for that one. It literally looks like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but the kids never found their way home. So now they just have to live in the backyard. And instead of a Lego in the yard, there was like a Battletoad in the yard. Super, super cool. Then they announced Avowed, which is an RPG game that Obsidian has been working on for quite some time. I thought it had a very Lord of the Rings type vibe, but they didn't really dive into that one as much. They are excited. As Dusk Falls was another one that seemed like a realism type art. It looked very, again, another very cinematic one in my opinion. Hellblade 2, which was a sequel to Hellblade 1. The trailer got me very excited for that game. So again, I'm super intrigued to play the first one. The new iteration of the Psychonauts, which seems like it's going to bring back a lot of nostalgia for people, which is always exciting. I wasn't super thrilled by the gameplay or the idea behind it, but Jack Black sang the theme, so I might give it a shot just to hear Jack Black sing to me. The Destiny 2 announcement was a big one. They're revamping Destiny 2. I think Beyond Light is going to be another expansion. Destiny 2 had a lot of announcements, including the integration into the xCloud. That's going to be available on Game Pass with all of the expansions soon. I didn't write as many notes as I should have about Destiny 2. We might do a report on it, one of the new things coming up. We'll be probably doing more in the future on Halo, particularly Fable for sure, Destiny 2. Anyways, we still have that. We're only halfway through the list right now. S.T.A.L.K.E.R. This one looked pretty intriguing. I thought it was a post-apocalyptic thing, but it also looked like an alien invasion type thing, or I thought it was maybe dimensional, but then there was like an orb that was like crushing cars in there. Very intrigued to hear more about that one. There wasn't much information in the trailer, so we're gonna have to look into that one a little bit more as well. Warhammer 4K is coming out with another iteration as well. I was super intrigued about it before I found out it was a Warhammer game, and again, I couldn't really piece together the storyline, but it looked, whatever about the trailer, it really intrigued me. They did announce a new Tetris effect, and they kind of teased like a global gaming theme to it. Tetris never really was my game, so I didn't really pay too much attention. It looked very entertaining. They marketed it really well. I was super intrigued by the marketing and the commercial. The Gunk, believe it or not, was the next video game that they announced. The art looked super intriguing. The gameplay or storyline wasn't really explained too much. Yeah, and they called it the Gunk. And it looked like it almost looked like a Mega Man meets action figure cartoon, and you suck up gunk. Like there really wasn't much else explained about that one, so that one we'll have to look a little bit more into as well. The Medium was a very intriguing new game. Highly recommend everybody checking out The Medium if they haven't yet. It's like a cross-dimensional game where your actions in one world affect your outcome in another world. They called it a dual reality gameplay where literally two different worlds are rendering at the same time while you play one game. First of all, the art and the gameplay and the cutscenes and everything looks super smooth, but the idea behind having the 2 games was very intriguing to me, and it kind of blew my mind. Sega announced the new Genesis Phantasy Star Online game. I didn't see a release date on that one, but that one also looked very, very dope. I'm not a fan of the series for any particular reason, just haven't gotten around to it. People that were watching with us got excited. Crossfire X was a new shooter game that was introduced. The storyline looked pretty fun and looked a little intriguing enough for me to maybe want to pick up another shooter one of these days. We're almost to the end of the list. We got 2 more left. They did briefly touch on a new and improved Sea of Thieves update and upgrade. I'm imagining in the vein of the Ori upgrade and the Destiny 2 upgrade. The last game, they were wrapping everything up, saying thank you for coming by. We appreciate you watching the showcase. But wait, there's more. They went ahead and teased briefly and so brilliantly teased a trailer for Fable 4. Now all it said was Fable, if I'm not mistaken. I might have missed the 4 part, but I thought all it said was Fable. But man alive, I can't tell you how excited I am for Fable 4. The Fable series in itself was fantastic. I do remember trying to get into Fable 3 and something about it turned me off. We may have to get back into it again. Only said Fable. Yeah, again, it led to a big, tremendous idea of a trailer and then ended abruptly. I don't want to ruin anything for anybody who might haven't seen it yet, so feel free to go watch it. But it looks very intriguing, and the comedy and storytelling and feel of the game was very, very much like the old series and the old franchise, so I can't wait to see more from that game. And they said that they announced 22 games, and that's only half of the game announcements that they have. They're going to be announcing more towards the end of the year, closer to the launch of the console, so we have more to look forward to from Xbox. Thank you for everybody for being here for what is essentially the first Thumb on the Pulse. This will be a reoccurring segment, hopefully starting in August. And maybe you'll see some more pop up before then if I get the hankering to. So again, thanks for being here for the first Thumb on the Pulse. My name's Thumbspasm. Appreciate you guys being here. I hope you enjoyed our report on the Xbox 2020 game showcase for the Xbox Series X. Have a great day, guys.